Hey guys, happy November 3rd. It's election day, and hope you guys are getting a chance to get out and vote today. Let me give you an update on where I'm at with my custom 164 building. So you can see these two Crown Royal 2011 Crown Royals are they're decaled. I've got a couple coats of sealer on them. Mr. MR, I think yours is done. Not trying to pat my own back here, but this car came out fabulous. I'm just so stoked by the way this purple Crown Royal turned out. It just everything lines up well. I got the side skirts painted black now, and just I don't know. I'm just really happy with the way this car turned out. This is the one I've made for my daughter. It's 15th birthday, a couple weeks yet, and I've got a couple coats of sealer on it. I've got a little bit of touch up to do, but you know, this car is turning out really nice as well. Just very pleased with this. Just real excited to make this one-of-a-kind copper rose 2011 Crown Royal that you know, just I don't know, again, I've said it before, but I just love making Matt Kenseth cars, and some of these Crown Royals are definitely my favorite. So I have a few cars in the works here. I've got this 2007 Kenny Wallace I'm making as a custom request. Making another one of those. I've got the mango orange to paint on it, or Go Mango to do that. I've got a couple of the 2020 cars that I bought at Walmart that I threw away the packaging because you really can't, you know, reuse that. And I'm gonna make another Trump car with this Logano one, and then I'll make one of these Kenseth Ronald McDonald House Charity cars, and a couple of the Clover cars that he actually, I think he just drove at Martinsville in the Clover car this past weekend. So yeah, I was just checking to see if it had the Credit One Bank logo on that corner in white, and it does. So yeah, I was looking at his Clover cars earlier that he's driven a few times, and every one has the Credit One decal in that rear quarter panels. So I just was curious if it was still there or it was there on a decal set. So yeah, so I've got those done. Last night I painted the underneath of all of these cars. Those two, I'll get back to those in a second. Those four, and then these five. So here's the Newman number 31 Wellen 2016 that Mr. MR you requested. I had set out this car as a donor car, but then I was looking at it, and this is the more modern Camaro. I think it's the, what is it, the ZL1 or whatever they call it, the ZL3 or 1. I don't know. I'm not a Chevy guy, so but that's a different front end than what this car. This is a 2016. This is the Chevrolet Super Sport, the SS. So I needed to tap into some of my reserves that I had, and this is one donor car I'll use. This is a McMurray car. That is the Super Sport SS, and same with this one. This is an Austin Dillon Super Sport. So since I had already unboxed these, I think this is a 2018 Camaro, yeah. So this is a 2018 Camaro. So I figured I might as well just paint the underbodies, and I haven't checked to see if I have any decals for the 2018 Camaros, but I'm sure I will. Oops, sorry about that. As I kick the tripod, I'm sure I'll I'll have some of those coming up at some point. And then I've got these Truex, and yeah, what a bummer of a race for Truex at Martinsville. Had a great car, I guess, you know, leading late, and I guess he had a loose wheel or something that messed him up, and had to give way to Chase Elliott there. But this is the last car paint scheme that he drove in 2018. If I understand this correctly, it's the last Furniture Row paint scheme, because they closed operations at the end of 2018. So this will be black, and then it's a flat black. So I'll use the Tester's dull coat finish on these. So I got a couple of these. I got a Denny Hamlin donor car, and then I do actually have a Truex Furniture Row Racing. This is from 2017, but it's the same body style. So I've got that car that I'll use. I got some Darlington rims. I'll have to swap them out for, I think, the regular rims. And then I've got a request from Mike for a 2013 Newman Smurfs car. And so I've got this, I'm not sure what year it is. Might be 2013 or 14. But I got this Newman, no, I think this is 2013. This Newman number 39 Quicken Loans will be the donor car for this one. And I also have a Kevin Harvick 2019 or 2013 Super Sport as a donor car. This one comes on the base. I'll show you real quick here as I open this thing up. This one is screwed to a base, and you can see yeah. So it's got two screws on the bottom. I'm trying to think if I've showed you guys how I open this up. I'm not sure I have, so maybe I'll do that right now. You can see my tool I use for that. It's a little tiny hacksaw right there next to my DeWalt drill bits. But yeah, let's get this off. I'll show you how I do it. Got some background music you could probably hear. Maybe it's a little loud, I don't know. But this is my favorite group. It's called For Him, and this is the CD. It's called The Message. I'm actually listening to it on YouTube. But this is probably, I don't know. I listen to a CD and it's my favorite. But that is one of my favorites, let's just say that. And so I've got that going right now. So haven't opened up one of these in a while. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I gotta turn this down a little bit. You can see what I've been eating lately, right? Halloween candy that wasn't handed out. We didn't have any trick-or-treaters. Yeah, these are I don't think they're the fun size. Are they the snack size? Super tiny, small stuff. Protein drink. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. So, what I typically do is I cut this back with the hacksaw, and then I rotate it off of the front screw. Okay? And I try not to scratch this plate, because I remount the car back on this plate when I'm done. And then I also try not to, obviously, cut into the car body or the tires. So it's kind of tricky, but you can do it. So let's see if I can do it on video without making too much of a mess. Kind of get it scored here. can see how I'm scoring that. I don't know. So I've cut through, and I'm cutting on that back post there, just the plastic right now, and then I'll get to the screw here in a second, which obviously is a little more dense. Yeah, right there. You can hear that. And just double checking to see my angle. It looks pretty good. It's straight across the back. Doesn't look like I'm nicking anything just yet, so we'll proceed. Okay. I think I've gotten through the screw. Nope, not quite. Almost there. Yeah, it's kind of, when you got to hold it hard, so it kind of crimps your hand. If I had a glove, I probably would be best served wearing a glove. But I'm almost done. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I'm through the screw, and it looks like I haven't. Well, there's a little bit of scuff here, not too noticeable. But at this point, I can just break it because it's just the plastic that's remaining. So I just kind of popped my fingers in there, popped it loose, and then you can see I just kind of spin it off of the mount that's there. Yeah. So what I like about this process is, you know, I can mount I will mount the car back on. So I'll leave that hole there, right? And I'll mount the car back on here when I finish it. And you know, just spin it into place and let it sit there, put it back in the packaging. But the owner, the one who wins the auction, or, you know, whoever gets this car, you know, they can leave it on the mount they want to, or they could lift it up and spin it off and, you know, have it, you know, loose. So so yeah, I kind of like that. That turned out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with how that went. If you cut straight, and you don't, you know, get too crazy with it, you have, you know, a very controlled process. You could see how I was kind of sawing like this, but also moving my hand with the car, so I was kind of doing it like this to get it to cut. And I wasn't, you know, pushing super hard. You know, you just kind of take your time and kind of work it, check and see, make sure you're doing it straight, and yeah, so it can turn out really well. Don't expect it to turn out well the first time. I mean, I've done this many times, so it's I've screwed up a lot, by the way, so don't be surprised if you screw up. And then I just take the pliers here, and I take this little screw out of the back. I guess I could leave it in there, but I like to take it out. It's not really bothering anything, I guess. I could probably leave it in there. But then I have this, there's usually like a little bit of residue here, adhesive or something, that I just try to clean up a little bit. I don't typically paint this box, this back here, this box of, I guess it's supposed to be the fuel tank, right, on this car. So I gotta be careful. I'm cutting towards my finger. That's not very smart. Or my hand. I should cut away. Yeah. So I didn't notice this before, but you can see how my hacksaw blade just trimmed the bottom part of this this diecast body. So it's not going to be too noticeable once I strip it and everything, but you know, as straight as I cut it, I still nicked this. So so yeah, it's not easy to get it to turn out like that. So all right, so that's that. Since I'm over here, might as well drill out a couple of these cars, because that's the next step that I've got. I'll start with this one. Yeah, I had that last video, the opportunity for you. Posted a Michael Annette principal car for $5.05, and I was trying to get it to post as close as I could to 5 o'clock, but the Martinsville race was on. The Ravens and the Steelers game went long. I mean, it was just a long game. And so I got kind of caught up watching those events. And so by the time I listed it, it wasn't until like 5:20 something, I think. So apologize for that. For those of you, if you're watching for something right around 5 o'clock, that was my plan, was to kind of do it like right around 5 o'clock or right thereafter. But I got delayed by about 15 minutes. So I'm sure I'll do that again. At some point in the future, you know, just to give you guys, you know, an opportunity to pick up something at a reduced price, and you know, for your collection, or you know, if you wanted to do a you know, use it for a stop motion or something, you could do that. You know, it's funny. You could tell me, I've seen people do the stop motion videos, but I don't think I've ever seen a stop motion with Xfinity cars. I haven't really searched, but I wonder if you guys do that with the Xfinity cars or not. They're just a little bit, I guess they're not as prevalent in you know, to pick up, you know. So Yeah, as a Steelers fan, I was pretty happy with the outcome of the game. I thought Pittsburgh was actually very fortunate to come away with the victory. I mean, Lamar Jackson had a few turnovers there in the second half that really hurt him. I mean, the Ravens ran all over them. I thought the Steelers' defense looked tired, and they were kind of, I don't know, out of position on a lot of runs. And I mean, the Ravens, to their credit, their offensive line was strong, blocking and really opening up lines for Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. I thought they looked good. But it's a game of turnovers. If you turn the ball over, you're not gonna win too often. So. But it's kind of like NASCAR. I mean, you have Truex had a really good car the whole race, but one mistake by his team, and he's got a pit, and he's done. His season's over, or his championship season, pursuit is over. And it's funny how that is. You don't want to beat yourself in sports. And if you don't beat yourself, you're going to win most of the time. It's the team that, doesn't turn the ball over as much or doesn't make as, the mistakes as the team that's going to, come out on top or, at least get the good finishes. So, all right, so that's done. Let's do this one. And I'll probably dip these. Okay, let's see. So I don't know if you can see, well, I know you can't see it right now, but. So where we're at, Mr. TW got his cars. He's good to go. John, your cars were shipped yesterday, so you should have those here in a few days. We were emailing on that. MR, I've got yours in the works, as you can see. The Newman and the Truex. The Kenseth one is done. That's a D. Maybe it doesn't look like a D, but it's a D. I don't have the 2018 Mustangs yet. They haven't been shipped, or I haven't received them yet. So when I get that, I'll add the Grala in there, and I'll start working on that. Mike, I've got your Newman Smurfs in the works here, drilling it out. And the next group that will be coming will be Mr. R.A., your Blaney, Dickies, and Duracell cars. And Michael, your Larson 2015 and the Kenseth Rock Candy will be next. And then, of course, the Montoya 2009 one. So making progress. I know I've got a few that would like their cars by Christmas time, and I'm going to do what I can to make that happen. So hopefully that'll go well. So and we'll be able to meet that need. So I don't know if, these are gifts for people at Christmas time, or you just would like them by Christmas time, but I'll do what I can. Always careful drilling out this little plastic piece, because the rivet's doesn't have a whole lot of metal on it, and if you go too fast, you just chew up the whole thing. So you got to be real careful with that piece. Yeah, after this video, I'm gonna huff it down to the town hall to vote here. So hope you guys get a chance to get out and vote. I mean, I think if you've been watching my videos, it's pretty obvious who I'm voting for. Just not a socialist, just not a socialist. I love life. I love my Second Amendment and my First Amendment. Trump may be a little, I don't know, maybe a lot. He can be a different guy, He's a different cut from a different cloth, than our normal statesmen and politicians. He's a businessman. That's what he is, and he is all about winning the deal and making the best. Coming out on top financially and organizationally, and I honestly believe he has what's in his heart, what's best for this country. It may not be what we're used to, but that's what I believe. So, I'm just not a Biden guy. I mean, I don't know. Biden's a little weird to me. Yeah, I'm just not a green New Deal person. I believe in energy, coal, natural gas. I'm not a windmill solar guy. I mean, those are great, for their purpose, but they're not going to power this country into the next generation. They may help. I think I'd like to see us do more nuclear power plants. I mean, I think those are the wave of the future. If you go to Europe and France in particular, there's a lot of nuclear, and I think we're missing out. I think nuclear would be a great thing for us to have. If the states want it, let the states make the decision on what's best for them. Arizona, Nevada, go ahead and do solar. But Pennsylvania, go coal, natural gas. Give our states the freedom to make the choices that's what's in their best interest. Obviously, with the environment considered for long-term sustainability, I think is wise. But for me, it really comes down to two things. I'm pro-life. I think the value of the human life is before born is very important, as well as Second Amendment. So, guys, have a great day. Take care.